All right, we made it. Yet one more time. Welcome back. Welcome back. Happy Tuesday, everyone. I'm super excited to be here with you for our fourth day of the sixth series, the Neurological Levels and Your Winning Edge. Welcome back, everyone, here on Zoom and on Facebook Live. Super excited to be here with you yet again as we are starting this week. Well, I hope that you guys started the week really, really strong yesterday, as yesterday was Monday. And we ended with number 3 in our 6 series course here with, actually, before I go into that, welcome John Kurth. John, it's always a pleasure to be here with you. Brigitta Hoeferle, NLP Institute of Atlanta, and John Kurth. John?
I'm John Kurth. I'm president of Syntactic Sales Scripting, a fellow NLP Grandmaster like Brigitta, and author of What Are Your Words Wearing? See, Brigitta and I want to deliver so much value that we just want to jump right in. That's just how we're wired. Brigitta, over to you.
We just want to, we're excited to be here with you, and sometimes my excitement gets the best. So have something to write with and something to write on as we are delivering you content-rich information, and continue to do so as we learn together, as we deliver more information to you in the upcoming days and weeks. It's, you know, kudos to you for being here. You are investing yourself. I cannot stress enough how important it is to invest in yourself. I just had that conversation with my daughter yesterday as we were going out for a morning walk. And, you know, she's a senior. She's graduating in 2 days, feels like 2 days, 2 weeks. And I said, so what's next, right? She's got accepted. She's got a great scholarship of almost $100,000 in one of the top schools, art schools here in the United States in Chicago. And she says, well, maybe I just want to do a gap year. And she's got 3 films lined up where she is the star in the films, which, you know, in regards to the pandemic right now, that's put on hold. But it's really, you are investing in yourself. And I asked her, so how are you investing in yourself in the summer? And she says, you know, that's a really good question. I know I'm not going to get bored. That is for sure. She's my kid. So let's go right into it. You're not going to get bored here in the upcoming 15 to 20 minutes. So get ready as we're giving you content-rich information, because we're practicing with you. We're modeling for you, because practice makes the master. So John Kurth and I, we're going to go right into the head of your business today. So as I am sharing that, I'm also sharing my screen with you. And kudos to everyone that was on here early on the Zoom. You were able to take advantage of picking John Kurth and my brain and asking questions. So the head of your business, let me go ahead and play this. Okay. So we have talked about in our last week's courses, we talked about the purpose and the identity. We have talked about the values and the beliefs, which that was the heart. That's what we talked last on Thursday, the heart of your business. The purpose and the identity is the soul of your business. And today we're talking about the head of your business. So the head of your business is truly the current capabilities. What is it capable of now? And as we're going through this time right now, what are the future capabilities? And they're probably somewhat shifting. And we talked about reinventing and readapting and restructuring. So the question here then is, as we are going through the capabilities, do we rise to our level of expectation, or do we fall to our level of training? Do we rise to the expectation, or do we fall back to our level of training? As we go through the current and future capabilities, the head of your business and beliefs and values, I'm asking you, do you rise to your level of expectation, or do you fall to your level of training? And then looking back at, what is your level of training? What is your default, if you will? So it's actually both. NLP is all about becoming more resourceful, more flexible, increasing choice. We're going to talk about choice more. And then we're looking at what is the possibility to rise to your level of expectation? This is so important, that you are working with the right teachers, that you are working with the teachers, that you're not just choosing any kind of NLP self-announced gurus, that you are learning from people that have learned from the masters themselves. So because John and I, our lineage goes straight back to the founders and the originators of NLP, we are immediately falling into that direct lineage, and you are getting the knowledge and the information not watered down, not made up, but you're getting it truly from the source. And that all in itself has a lot of quality, and it has a lot of energy to it. So in high stress situations, we often fall back to our level of training by default, as I said it earlier, right? And if one chooses not to practice, if one chooses not to continue the training, that default might not be a whole lot. So it's really up to you to identify and become aware of the choice that you have. Sometimes our training is appropriate for the situation, and sometimes the training that we are using is not appropriate for the situation. It feels uncomfortable, but it's not the correct response that we're getting to by default if we have not allowed ourselves to train or to program ourselves in a better way and to respond in a better situation. So not responding the right way that we actually want to respond can make the situation even worse. Everyone go, we've all been there. It's not a good situation. And then from there, it just goes kind of spirals downward. So in the chat box, why don't you write down right now and declare it that I exceed expectations, that you exceed your own expectations. I exceed expectations. And you can only exceed your expectations by becoming aware of it and by wanting to be an avid learner and to be a continuous learner. I exceed expectations. That is the declaration, the first one for this morning. John?
Good. Yes, because it's about training, expectations, and meaning. You actually need to have both. So today we're going to be talking about using the neurological levels to identify your individual capabilities, about you. So capability is defined as having capacity or ability. Capacity or ability. Both those are key, because we've all heard the saying, oh, I'm at max bandwidth. I don't have the bandwidth. That is really a statement of capacity. They don't have enough capacity. You may have enough ability, but not the capacity. So being capable is having capacity or ability. Let's talk about your individual current capabilities. Now, maybe you're a small business owner, so you are the solopreneur. It may be you're working for another firm. It could be you're at home teaching your kids. A lot of us are now. So let's talk about your individual capabilities. So NLP is all about asking the right questions, because when you ask the right questions, you're 50% of the way towards getting the right answer. So what are your current individual capabilities for your job or for your business? What are your current individual capabilities for your job or business? You got to be totally honest here. An honest evaluation is essential. Lying to yourself doesn't work, so just be honest here. What are your current individual capabilities for a new market? What are your current new individual capabilities for a new role? Or it is a new market. Some people's industries are drying up overnight, so you have to pivot to a different industry. So what are my current individual capabilities for a new market? You're not going to have the time to go back to school, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to have to pivot now. All right. What are your individual future capabilities? Now, the future is nebulous. It could be 3 months, 6 months, 6 years, doesn't matter. So what are your individual future capabilities to serve an existing market better? When you serve an existing market better, that's called you're selling them more per person. You're adding more value per person. That is going to make your value per customer go up. So what are your individual future capabilities to serve an existing market? And what are your individual future capabilities to serve a new market? New markets, you have to embrace the change. That is where a lot of the growth you're looking for yourself is going to be there, not in your current business typically. So in the chat box, I want you to put into a declaration, I develop new capabilities. I develop new capabilities. Put that in the chat box. When you're putting in the chat box, you're declaring it, which has incredible power to it. Brigitta.
Yes, let's go into the choices. So using the neurological levels to identify organizational capabilities, the organizational current capabilities, asking the questions, what are the organization's current capabilities for the current market? So what are you going to do with what you got? And what are the organization's current capabilities for a new market? We talked about, I think it was TJ Maxx, I think it was in this course, TJ Maxx last week, where, you know, their stores are not open. Their website is not working, or at least it just says, you know what, you cannot shop on this website. So that clearly they're missing the mark on getting ready for their new market. And then there's the organizational future capabilities that are required. The question here is, what is the organization's future capability required to serve an existing market better? What are the organization's future capabilities required to serve an existing market better? So what can you do in the future, tomorrow, next week, next month, to serve the market that you have right now, in the market that you have? We talked about in one of our courses about restaurants. What else can they do with what they have right now and serve the people without doing business as usual? And then the question also arises, what are the organization's future capabilities required to serve a new market? So reinventing themselves, restructuring for something, for the market that is new out there. What else can they do? What else can you do with what you're offering in tapping into a new market and serving this new market? And it might be that now it's not going from only a very local market. You might be opening up into a more national market, or perhaps even more global market, which would be a great thing for you to do. And some of you might see that that is happening, where if it weren't for this pandemic, you would have not seen that. So embrace the opportunity that is there, embrace the possibilities that are there. And then you can view what organizational capabilities need to be developed through all sections of the neurological levels. Remember, we're starting at the very top, your purpose, your mission, through the identity. So going through the soul and going through the heart of your business. So, you know, what beliefs and values would be necessary to develop a new market? What are some of the beliefs and values that we talked last Thursday about that you need to develop a new market? And define those beliefs and those values, as Alana asked earlier, as we had open office. So you gotta become aware of what are those values of your own business and of your customers and of your staff, that you can develop such new market or such demand. How many of you are familiar with the company 3M? Right? 3M, I can't remember what they started out with. They started out with one very simple product that's sticky, right? And out of that came so many other different products, the sticky note being one of them, because they tried to develop a glue, and the glue wouldn't stick, and they found, well, wait a minute, this sticks but not sticks, sticks and not sticks, and now everyone has sticky notes in their office. I actually have a client who loves sticky notes, and she has them in all shapes and sizes and colors and everything. That's beside the point. Innovation is one of their core values. And do you think that the core value of innovation greatly serves 3M Company? You better believe it, because they have really perfected it adapting to other situations, to looking at what else can we do with this glue that we have. What else can we do with that? We can make little strips to put on stairs so people don't slip. All sorts of incredible things that they have come up with over the last decades. So the key question here to define capabilities is what? Always asking what is the organization's future capability required? What are the organization's future capability that are required to serve a new market? So the question that you want to ask when it comes to capabilities is what? John?
Good. Yeah. 3M started out making sandpaper and glue.
Sandpaper and glue.
Sandpaper and glue. They started in roughly 1917. But the concept of innovation, that core value, enables them to find new applications. In fact, they require, I think it's roughly 20% of all new revenue in a rolling 5-year period has to come from new products and new markets. Well, that's a ton of revenue when you think about a company as big as 3M. So let's talk about another company that is important, about Royal Dutch Shell Capability Development Model. Now, the principles stay the same. The only thing that changes is the scale. I've been personally trained by a scenario planner from Royal Dutch Shell, one of the largest oil companies in the world. All right, now capabilities from Shell's perspective is all about options. Remember, NLP is all about increasing choice for the individual. Increasing choice for the organization is all about options. The TJ Maxx story that Brigitta talked about, they didn't have the website in place, so that option was foreclosed to them. So it's all about increasing options for the company, is all about capabilities. There's really two perspectives. Both are correct. It's not one or the other. There's the internal perspective, which is an inside-out focus. It's investing in organic growth. What can we do internally? That is totally valid, and that's a great place to start. There is also the external perspective, developing the business portfolio. Where Brigitta mentioned about how are you going to serve other geographic markets? You could do that with a joint venture. You could do it with a strategic partnership. You could do it with a merger and acquisition. You could actually buy the company out. And you don't have to be a multi-million-dollar company to do it. There are business brokers who are selling companies every day now. So you take either an internal or external perspective. But when you're talking about increasing choice for a company, your business, it's all about developing real options. So Brigitta and I take our clients through advanced portfolio and capability options in another course to develop real options for your business. TJ Maxx didn't have any real options. Their website failed. You want real options for your business. Brigitta, over to you.
Thank you so much, John. Look, if you have not learned anything else, it is all about the choice. It is all about the flexibility that you're gaining with NLP, moving through the neurological levels. It is all about moving away from pain, moving towards pleasure. And you can do that beautifully in as we continue to learn with you and you learning from us and we learning a little bit from you and getting to know you more. So tomorrow we're going to have all hands on deck as we are going through the hands of your business. So the hands of your business is all about the neurological levels applied to behaviors and environment as we are going down the triangle, the pyramid of the neurological levels. So all hands on deck tomorrow. It's all about repetition, guys. You have been with us and you are continuously showing up and you are going to continue to show up. Repetition is the first law of learning. And kudos to you for continuing to show up, to pour into yourself, to re-listen and review what we're sending you. As always, I'm going to send you the recording of today. I'm sending you the outline so you can follow along. And once we have completed this 6 series, I will then also edit it again and post it on YouTube. for you to go and watch it there, or share it with others from there on our YouTube channel, NLP Atlanta. For today, I think that is it. We're excited about tomorrow again. We're going to see you tomorrow, same time, same place, 9 o'clock Pacific time, 12 o'clock Eastern. And as we go through the hands of your business. Thank you, John, for being here. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm going to stop sharing the screen and wish you a great afternoon. Bye-bye.
Bye.